Hello and welcome to a new episode of Velocity Kinetics. Today we're back in front of the green screen, not the informal vlog in front of the desk chair. In the desk chair even, sorry. What we're discussing today is the automated vehicle and their increasing presence on the internet and whether they're a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not exactly pro them. I really do kind of like them, but I'm not exactly pro them. And so we're just going to sort of go through a couple of points and counterpoints as to if or why they're any good, basically. So initially, I don't like them very much. They're a brilliant showcase of technology. Certainly they are. Definitely they are. My opinion is they should be more for people who are disabled, who have or the elderly, those who can't physically do. For instance, my opinion is that everyone should be able to manoeuvre a car in and out of a parking space, whether it's a parallel park or a reverse park or a bay park, whatever you want to call them. You should be able to change gear yourself. You should be able to put the handbrake on yourself. I don't like this increasing automatic wash wipe. What was hard about them? Zzz. Crazy person alert. Don't make those gestures, mate. But what was hard about those... Yes? Those motions. What was hard about clutch in, clutch out, lift off the accelerator for when you want to feather the throttle? Well, it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world for some people, and it's, well, if the technology's there, why don't we bloody do it? It's fantastic. We don't need to do it, and it saves everyone a lot of hassle and time, and let's be honest, the computers can do it, but if you have that much difficulty in doing it, as a normal person, then surely you should be having a blue badge, surely you shouldn't be driving. If it's that difficult, you should be able to remember you need to turn the lights on your car, unless you've got a Volvo and they're on all the time, unless you've got that sort of vehicle where they're on all the time. But you shouldn't need a system to automatically apply the handbrake for you. No, but some people forget. Plenty of people forget. And electronic handbrakes are the way forwards. It doesn't matter if we can do an automated reverse bay park. You should be able to do it. And if you can't, then you don't. What's so difficult about that? I wasn't talking about automated bay parks, but yes, I agree. If you can't do it, then you shouldn't do it. But given how difficult it is for parking some places, that system enables more parking spaces to be used, and for it to be done safer. And if the machine can do it, then brilliant. You've still got to clutch in, clutch out and control the speed of it. It's not handing complete control over. It's not the machine's taking over the entire process. You've still got to have a human input. Look, don't get me wrong. The amount of calculations a second that those devices need to do, those computers and those cars need to do to keep a constant speed and to gear up, to gear down, to slow up, to slow down, that is quite amazing. I never said that was a bad thing. Oh, definitely. I said normal people shouldn't have them. For instance, our mutual friend Liam, with his cerebral palsy, never going to be able to drive a car, and probably the best will in the world. Might find it difficult with a hand-controlled vehicle. Might. We don't know. But in his situation, if you have one of those automated vehicles, it'll make life so much easier for him, because when we've spoken to him about it before, about whether he would go down that route, he said he's nervous because he doesn't feel like he'd probably be in 100% control of the car. Whereas the automated car, he probably would do. That means he could go do his own thing and not need to worry about getting in and out, because it would probably have the automated systems for him to get his chair in and out. So, what is so difficult about it? In that aspect. Us, on the other hand, having two working arms, two working legs, and if siblings aren't around, if siblings were around, they'd debate the point about a working brain, but, you know, we are fully compos mentis. We can clutch in, clutch out, we can accelerate, we can brake, we can change gear, we can indicate, we can turn the windscreen wipers on and off, without too much of a problem. Why do we need the automated system to do it? What was difficult in our Suzuki going, clicking the left stalk down, one, wiper comes on intermittent? What was difficult? Why do I need an automated system to do that? I can see it's wet. Yes, you might be able to see it's wet, but the system will be kicking in before you've used it. the automated system will be safer. You can still elect to keep driving with a windscreen full of rain, whereas the automated will come on and start doing it for you. There's no problems with that system at all. And further automation just means, well, you make the point about there being less traffic incidents and fewer traffic crimes. I didn't, but the problem is people don't respect the laws in the first place. True. So people keep going, oh, why can't we go 80? My car can stop from... Yeah, your car can stop from that, but you're not got enough skill. You're relying quite heavily on the car to do that. You're not the one keeping the gap right. You're the one going too fast down the dual carriageway, on the motorway, on the whatever street it is. They're the ones going too fast. So on the one hand, yes, it might decrease the amount of traffic cars and traffic crimes that happen. At the same time, if people were better drivers in the first place, that would decrease on its own. It's not the be-all and end-all. Oh, I know that, yes, I'd worked that one out. You're the one who jumped straight to the traffic crime point. Yes, automated cars would mean that fewer people would be doing that. I mean, Otto drove 120 miles and delivered some Budweiser. Driver would have had to have stopped her a couple of times because of the tachometer. So in that aspect, it means that no crimes would be committed, because, for instance, tachometers can't be fake. Yes, but these automated cars, they fuel that instant gratification that people want. People will continue to text, to phone, to Facebook, to Instagram, to stream, to YouTube, to whatever the fuck they want. Excuse my phone. They'll continue to do whatever the fuck they want behind the wheel. Oh, I don't dispute that one. An automated car is just going to fuel people's lack of respect for it. And in turn, it's going to make it harder for people to then jump back to a normal manual car. By manual, don't just mean the gearbox, I mean fully manual. You know, it's going to be quite difficult for people to do that. Yeah, you make that point, but if everything went automated, people wouldn't be jumping back into manual cars. Manual cars have become a thing of the past. These automated vehicles would be the way forwards. It's not the end of the world. Well, you can claim they're more safe unless it's not going to move until everyone's is belted up. But even then, how are you going to detect someone hasn't clicked the seatbelt and is just sat on the seatbelt plugged in? Well, there'll be ways and means around that. You've jumped onto the safety point, but they'll be much more safe because people will be abiding to the speed limits. People will be able to brake in time, slow down in time. It will be all doing the right speed limit in the first bloody place. Wouldn't be relying on the human error. We've removed the human error from the equation. It stops the build-up of traffic. It'll stop all these things happening, and it'll mean that that things are just safer all around. But these cars are going to cost a small fortune for everyone, with all the electronics and computers that are needed in them. They're going to cost a lot of money. Joe Bloggs isn't going to be able to afford one of them, unless they somehow bring the technology down in price and make it more affordable. I know Ford have said they're planning to launch some of these automated cars shortly. I know Tesla has an automated mode. But they're going to be on cars unless in 2021 Ford intend to start releasing them. Unless they're going to be dirt cheap and the technology's going to go on cheaper, no one's going to be able to afford it. No one's going to be able to afford it at the moment, matey boy. It's happening. Yes, I agree, the technology is probably not the cheapest thing in the world, but with time, the technology will become cheaper and they'll find ways of making it work better and cheaper. Look at the original computers. It used to be 1,500 quid to buy a base. Look, at the end of the day, we're going to be here arguing until the end of time. Ultimately, I like them. You what? Not very much. Oh, sorry, I hate to get your hopes up. I hate them. I hate them. Cheeky git. I like them. You may love them, but ultimately I hate them. What do you think, YouTube and people of Velocity Kinetics? Do you like the automated car? Do you dislike the idea? Let us know in the comments. Yes, and yeah, please come down on my side of things. Don't forget to go to Road Race Parts as well, mate. Oh yes, go to Road Race Parts. Follow us on Twitter. Check out roadraceparts.com for all your racing needs. Follow me, CY999 on Twitter. Anyway, that's all from both of us today. Just remember to look after yourselves, and I'm not sure what the weather's like in other countries that might watch this. But for people in the UK, with the change in weather that's possibly going to be happening with, well, it's winter, of course, things are going to change. Just remember to make sure that, one, if your car is frost up in the morning, remember to make sure it's fully de-iced. If it snows, make sure all the snow is removed. Don't move off if you're fully steamed up. Make sure that your vehicle is completely mist-free before you go. Use your fog lights only when you need to, so that's when visibility is 100 metres or less. Make sure you've topped your screen wash, make sure all your fluids are at the top, are topped off, oils are all at the right level, your tyres are all at the right pressure, they've all got the right requirement of tread depth, that your handbrake and gears are all working properly. Just in general, make sure the vehicle is maintained ready for winter. Yep, and just make sure you drive safe. We'll see you later. See you later.